Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for your great support always. I usually don't take it for granted. By supporting me in this video, just do me a favor, ensure you like the video. I will appreciate you so much for that like. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the ex-CS of Treasury, Njuguna Ndungu, is coming out to drop a bombshell, claiming that Ruto's policy towards high taxation is not going to enable him to raise more taxes. That there is no country that has developed by raising taxes left, right, center. The question that we are asking, when the CS Njuguna Ndungu was in the office, why is it that he never reminded William Samoei Ruto that high taxation is not going to enable him raise more taxes? But again, I want you to listen to Njuguna Ndungu, seeing that he was rather unable to raise such kind of issues because there was a force behind the scene that proposed the high taxation, which literally made the Kenya Kwanza government to fail even to raise more tax revenue to fund different development, and even it reached a time that even paying the public servants was a very difficult situation because the high taxation was creating unconducive environment that was enabling Kenyans to bring more taxes as revenue in this Kenya Kwanza government. I want you to listen to Njuguna Ndungu, who was the CS then. So far, we are having now the new CS, John Mbadi. And I want you to listen to Njuguna, then you give your judgment at the comment section below. Is John Mbadi going to succeed? Because already the ex-CS of Treasury is claiming there is a force behind the scene that even if you will tell the truth, you will be told, shut up.
This notion that high tax rates will raise high tax revenue. The reality is the opposite. I don't want to mention who drives us there, but there are so many colleagues here to tell you exactly what we need to do. So because high taxes cannot bring you high tax revenue, what do we need to do? We need to study how we can optimize each tax instrument.
Professor Njuguna Ndungu may have not mentioned the forces behind high taxation in the country, but indeed confirms they exist. His parting shot in the Ministry of Treasury in a 19-minute speech was loaded with soft but punchy undertones of what was rocking his docket. Njuguna, taking a different stance from his former boss, President William Ruto, who has been advocating that Kenyans should hand over more of their hard-earned cash. The president has in the past said the overall tax burden is lower compared to other countries in Africa and beyond.
I know Kenyans, you will come out to attack the ex-CS Njuguna. Mbona hakusema wakati alikuwa CS of Treasury? But I want to ask you also another question. I told you here, and I would always opine in this channel, that to deal with William Ruto is not easy. Despite of this new CSS, ati kuingia sasa hao ndio wanaenda kuokoa William Ruto. Believe me not, they are not going to change anything. Why? If the ex-CS can see kuna force behind the scene that even if you are planning to do good things, you cannot succeed. You listen to even Moses Kuria during the Citizen TV interview. He said that there are several reasons that is going to make this new team not to succeed. Look at the issue where the government of William Samoei Ruto, they spend more time of prayers without action. Prayer without action is dead. Prayers without action is dead. Moses Kuria reminded you that the Kenya Kwanza government is passing these old challenges because of bureaucracy in the government of the day. And to deal with the bureaucracy of the government is not easy. So when you look at this ex-CSS now coming out to expose William Ruto, it's clear William Ruto is not a man to be assisted to succeed in his government. I reminded you also, when you look at what the former member of parliament of Nandi Hill constituency, Alfred Geter, told you that those who are working with William Ruto, they are passing a terrible condition. Why? Because you cannot advise William Ruto. You are the CS of Treasury, but he is everything. You are the CS of Agriculture, he is everything. And so William Ruto planted his forces that if you come up with an idea coming from you personally, you might not succeed because it's feeling like these are narratives that might bring him down. So it is clear the confession that is coming from this ex-CSS. You can see clearly William Ruto is having a big problem. Because when you look at the CS of Treasury, the former CS of Treasury, Njuguna, he was having an idea that the high taxation will not enable their government to earn more revenue. But William Ruto insisted that, kuna watu hapa hawataki kulipa taxes. But again, William Ruto was not just saying that. He was going after this common mwananchi, poor people, taxing them. But earlier on he said, we are having rich people who are not paying taxes. But again, William Ruto was told, if you want to have more taxes, can you widen the ground, not to increase? There's a difference between increasing taxes and creating a broad-based range whereby he's going to collect more taxes without raising taxes. Sijui kama mnanipata, wacha niseme na Kiswahili. William Ruto alitumia hii akili ya kusema kwamba akiongeza ushuru itafanya pate pesa mingi kwa serikali yake. Lakini hakujua kwamba ukipanua ile ground ya kuhakikisha kwamba unapata taxes kwa watu wengi, unaona, na pesa inapanda. It's like today you want 500 Kenya shillings from one person. 500 Kenya shillings from one person. But we told him, can you get this 500 Kenya shillings from even 100 people? You will find that when you divide 500 to 100 people, ama tuseme 500 to 50 people, utapata kwamba wanatoa 10 bob, you know, 10 bob. Unapata kwamba ujawafinya, umepata taxes mingi yenye ulikuwa unataka 500, but watu wengi wametoa na inaenda kwa development. But William Ruto anataka mtu mmoja atoe 500 na ajue hata atatoa wapi, unaona, na anamfinyilia hata kibiashara. There is no conducive environment for doing businesses, and that is what we told William Ruto, that you're going to fail. So when you see the ex-CS of Treasury, Ndungu is coming out to remind Kenyans that despite of him exiting the office, he wants to remind William Ruto that high taxation is not going to enable him have more taxes, but to kill the ground where the investors can come and invest, where people can do businesses and raise more revenue, where you look at the way sometimes money raised from squeezing Kenyans on high taxation is not doing something that was allocated for. So I think for me, let me say, William Ruto had no idea how high taxation was not only going to affect the investors, but the common mwananchi. You know, sometimes I remember William Ruto alisema, kuna wadosi hawataka kupatiana ushuru, kuna wadosi huwa wanafanya biashara lakini walipo ushuru, lakini ule waendea. Wengine walikubali kulipa. Lakini wewe kutoka huko ulizidi kukanyaga wananchi ambao ni maskini. Ladies and gentlemen, what do you think? Is John Mbadi going to succeed with this job? Drop your opinion at the comment section below. Otherwise, thank you so much because of your great support. Please consider subscribing, liking, commenting, and sharing this video. Bye bye till you meet in another video.